welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are in the garage getting ready to work on the car. As you've seen, we've already put the engine in. Off camera we got, the intake on, everything kind of plumbed up on there. We've got some of the hot side on here and such. And we're just getting ready to, have a night of working and getting some stuff ready for going to the dyno. We are making a couple of changes. Al's over here getting ready to turn a couple of wrenches, and we're going to take care of a few things. I want to show you a few that I did myself, and then I know Al will jump in and with Al and see some new products that we have and what he's changing and things like that. So let's go ahead and take a look real quick. So as you saw in one of our previous videos, we plumbed everything on here with a custom fuel rail setup. We'll get in nice and close on here. And now you see it is all with a soft line. We actually had an issue that whenever you would try to take any of these off on there, it would wedge, so you had to try to take all four off at the same time, and it was starting to kind of eat some threads up and such on there. We didn't like that. So we got a hold of our buddies at Nitrous Outlet. They got us a soft line kit on here and set it up for dual alcohol 310 solenoids on here. And we're going to run this at a higher pressure than we previously thought, but we're going to be able to supply a ton of fuel in this. This hasn't really been done, so we're kind of going to give them a lot of feedback on how this works for fueling side of stuff. And then you'll see when we come back from Georgia, we're going to be putting over here, we have the inner spooler that they sent us last year, and we're going to be putting that on. Unfortunately, Radial versus the World doesn't allow us to have dual power adders on there, so we can't have nitrous on there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Al last weekend got the hot side on here. We've got the new 118 turbo bolted up and on its mounts. We do have to make a couple of changes here. We're going to be putting on a vibrant clamp on there. This is still loose, so we can get everything good on there. And that's kind of where we're sitting for the engine portion. We're going to definitely be getting all of our front drive stuff, fuel system. We don't even have the fuel cell in. And then you're going to see here in just a bit, we're going to take this housing off, and we are going to fab up everything for the 2.0 housing, so we can have the exhaust come off of there. So a lot fab work still has to be done, but we do have a lot that's going to be happening. Al is, I thought, where you at? Oh, so Al, come on over. I thought you were working on here. Tonight Al is working on the wiring in here. He's going to be taking a lot of that out.
I'm getting ready to pull all of our race pack items out of here, all the race pack sensors out. I'm going to pull the rest of the wiring, the grid, the ARC module, the boost control module, the bump box. That's all going bye-bye.
What are you putting in?
We are going to be putting in a Holley Dominator ECU. It's going to be able to run everything that we want it to run. And the reason why we're doing that is in preparation for later on, if we want to go to fuel injection, we've already got the items necessary to go to fuel injection. And I don't know if anybody's ever priced out an intake for a Hemi, a Veni-headed Hemi for fuel injection, but they all have to be custom made.
Yep.
So they're not cheap.
So guys, basically what we're doing is we're going to go to a better way to control all of our ignition on here. We're going to be able to have special tables to help it spool up, like a bigger exhaust housing or anything like that on here. And there's a lot of safety features that we're also going to be able to have on there if we see, O2s are going, richer lean on there, or EGTs, anything like that. And I mean, we could even, if we want to, or find everything, we can even put in a wheelie control for while we're on radial. So if it starts to come up, it can pull timing and such on there. Pretty cool stuff. What he was saying about the intake, let's take a look exactly what he's saying on there. So this intake you saw that we built last year on here with the magnesium intake and everything on here, this intake manifold is specific to the Veni heads because, as you can see right here, there's the 3 bolts in the center that go straight up, but then our end bolts actually go at an angle. Your Brad Anderson and Alan Johnson and all of those heads on there, all of those go straight up. So there isn't a fuel injection manifold that's just set for one of these. And that's what he was saying on there, is having an intake built for one of these for fuel injection is going to be very expensive, and that's why. You said we were going to sell all of this too. Is it still for sale?
It's all going to be for sale. Once I get it out, actually I've got it posted on like Turbo Bullet and a couple other group out there. I'm just getting ready to pull all this stuff out. It is for sale. If you're interested on pricing of anything that I've got here that I'm going to be selling, just get in contact with
Shoot us a PM. You can
Shoot us a PM.
You can get us on Facebook, Bad Influence on Facebook, Bad Influence _MN on Instagram,
Yep.
or you can send us a message here on YouTube as well. Well, I know that you have a new item at the back of the car, and you've been working on that while we were waiting on some parts. Let's cut real quick. We'll go to the back of the car and take a look at that. Okay, so we are at the back of the car where he has this, and Pops here set this all up and has everything. What's your new toy here?
New toy is a transmission fluid chiller. And what it does is it takes all your transmission fluids, runs it through the converter, out the pan, everything, chills all your fluid in there. This chiller will cool you down back to ambient temperature in less than 10 minutes. We got this chiller from Twist and Shout Racing, Paul Pittman, owner of that. Just look them up. These are really good units. A lot of people are using them. It's just a matter of when you're on a turbo and you're on a trans brake and you're building boost and all the things that go along with it, it creates a lot of heat. We just want to be able to, in between rounds, get rid of that heat and go up there with a fresh, a temperature on the transmission.
Yeah, on that, Paul Pittman, who owns Twist and Shout Racing, is a top sportsman racer. He also used to race in Pro Stock, and he worked for Don Ness of Don Ness Racecraft. So he definitely knows what he's doing. Check him out. I will put a link in the description for Twist and Shout Racing, so you can go take a look at his stuff. They are based in Minnesota, and he has a lot of years of experience doing this stuff, and it's some pretty cool stuff on here. All right, so Al's been pulling out wiring and everything on the car. He was working last night. I've got like all the MSD specific parts pulled out and boxed up. So as he said, that stuff is for sale. If you are interested, just take and give us a holler on that. But what did show up today, the big old box of parts over here. And we're just gonna show some of the stuff off on here and do a quick unboxing. First thing we have is, this is a Holley specific NTK sensor on there. That is the O2 sensor specific to Holley that you have to run on there for that. A lot of people are using that for O2 sensor and oxygen and such. So we want to keep that one there. We have a bunch of harnesses, ignition harness. That's going to go down to our crank trigger and our cam sync. We've got harnesses for this one. We did go with an 8 EGT channel kit, so that's going to have all 8 EGTs, so we can see what's happening on each cylinder. Yes, I know that EGTs are a little bit delayed, but at least we can see what's happening going down track. And with our auxiliary fueling, we can change the jets in that and add fuel or pull fuel away when we have that auxiliary fueling on there. So we can, with our setup, control cylinder to cylinder a bit as well. We also have it's an unterminated main harness, so this is going to be the main harness for inputs, outputs, everything there. So that's another one. We have this is going to be the main power harness, our power and grounds. And then we have my favorite stuff on here. We have the Dominator system itself. Yeah, you're working over there?
Yeah.
You had a knife or something so I can open this? I don't have a knife on me. I normally do, but he's got like cool like Damascus knives and stuff. So no,
I'll give you that.
He's got a big razor knife. So let's take a quick open on this and take a look at what we have inside here. There we go. We've got some instructions and the actual ECU, which is damn cool. We'll have to take and we'll order from Motion Raceworks. We're going to give Doug Cook a call. This is the tuning cable, and they always have an issue with those. They can possibly get hit and break, and Doug Cook has an awesome bracket that actually holds this. It has a billet piece that comes out, holds this up there, so if you hit it, it won't bend and break this out of there, and you just leave this in all the time. So we got to get one of those ordered. We went with the 6.8-inch Holley dash. The reason that Al decided on this one, one, it's a lot less expensive than the 12.3-inch dash, so that's good. But also, this has a built-in G meter and everything on this, so we can see the accelerometer and everything like that, how hard it's pulling. we go. So that will be the new dash. It's got everything built into it, like that. It is also a touchscreen deal. We can change some of the tuning on the fly, like in the pits and everything, right through the dash. So it's going to be a super cool thing to have. Really excited for this, because whenever we would want to make a change last minute, like last year, or even when we had the nitrous car, I had to have the laptop there. But now, I mean, I can change everything on here. I can change the boost ramp. I can change all of that, all right here as it's connected to the Dominator. So besides that, we're going to go ahead. Al is pulling out more of the race pack stuff right now. He's going to get it down the ground. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump up front and get the charge piping all finished up, going up there, and take a look at all of that with the vibrant clamps. So there we go. Let's get to it. All right, so we are back over in the car. Papa is still, he's pulling out EGT stuff and everything over here. And I'm getting ready to, we're going to reuse our charge pipe here. I had shown it earlier that we need to adapt it here. Before, we used a rubber coupler down here, and we have a really big bead that's rolled here. And that was holding it on, but we only pushed like 22 pounds of boost roughly last year, and we never had an issue with it because that bead is so big. One reason we're going to reuse this and we're doing all this stuff and everything, we are a budget team. Like, a lot of people think that, oh, you have a shop and you have all this stuff and everything like that, so they're spending money. If I was an unlimited budget team, we wouldn't have a blow-through carb on this, okay? We don't do that just because we're like, hey, that's super cool, let's do that. Like, obviously, the fuel injection is a lot more controllable on there. We eventually do want to go to that, but we are a budget team. I've seen some people think that we are just this, you know, big money team on here. We're low dollar guys, basically just trying to do big things on the budget we have. There's Pop just not trying to get in the way, but we're spending pretty much everything we have right now to get this car down to Georgia and back to go do this. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead, reuse this, get this welded up and figured out. So there we have it. We've got the pipe back on. You've seen a lot of the stuff we're doing on here, and we're going to keep plugging away at this to get this ready. As of today, we hit 300 subscribers, and we said we were going to do a giveaway at 250. Well, between the last video and now, we went past 250 and hit the 300 mark. So we're going to do a giveaway like we said on there. So comment below. Al, what should they comment below to enter to win? Al doesn't even know. What we're going to give away is we're going to give away some of our Bad Influence decals. We're going to give you a shirt, and you're going to get one of the rods out of the engine from this. So, and since we hit 300 subscribers, we're going to give away 3 winners. So they have to comment below on there to enter, and then next week you will see who the winners are. So what should they comment below?
Hemis to the front.
Hemi to the front. If you want to win, I'm going to give you 2 options. You can go Hemi to the front, Turbo to the front. Since we're eating some crow here, we were always the nitrous guys. Hemi to the front, Hemi TTF, or Turbo TTF in the comment below. That's going to get you entered to win. So make sure you comment below, like, subscribe, do everything there. And until next time, guys, be safe out there.